Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video. I'm going to talk about a newly shown Hot Toys figure, and this time it's from the Black Widow movie Red Guardian. So just to start off, I am feeling a little sick, so sorry if I sound a bit off. But there is a Hot Toys kind of convention going on, basically the substitution for San Diego Comic-Con. Usually San Diego Comic-Con is just about this time. Hot Toys always shows new figures there, and they, have a bunch of exclusives that they put on pre-order. So even though San Diego Comic-Con isn't happening, Hot Toys is still filling that void. They did the exact same thing where they did put in a bunch of new figures on pre-order, and then also did their own convention where they are showing a few extra new figures that aren't on pre-order quite yet. This being one of them, Red Guardian from the newest Marvel movie, first Marvel movie in over 2 years. And I'm very excited about this. I was really hoping that they'd do Red Guardian. Red Guardian had just a visually an interesting look. Even before I saw the movie, I was really interested in him, as well as I like the actor David Harbour. And seeing the movie, Red Guardian was a bit of a mixed character. I won't go into spoilers, but I know that some people loved him, some people hated him. I was more in the love category. I did actually like him a lot. I think that they could have maybe used a little bit more dramaticness with him, but I think that the fun angle that they took for the majority of him was really nice, because he was very serious earlier on in the movie, so a little older in life, and a little more war-torn about what's been happening to him. I kind of enjoyed the humor aspect. Figure-wise, I think he looks quite good. Now, the picture on the far left, that's the first picture that came out for this figure. There was one when they were setting it up, but this is the first, actual shot of him. And I was a little disappointed. He looked too thin. He needed to be a bit bulkier in the middle section, in my opinion. And getting the photos as they, more and more people started taking photos, getting some better angles, he started to look a whole lot better. So I think that the proportions on him are quite good. Maybe needs to be slightly bulkier in the stomach area, but not by a ton. This picture made him look thin, but these pictures give him that bulk that he had in the movie as he's, desperately trying to get back into his old suit. So I think that's kind of fun. So proportion-wise, I think he's good. Maybe needs a little adjustment to make him perfect, but he's close. He really is. As you can see, what they have him displayed with is his helmet and his shield. His shield is something that's not actually seen in the movie. Never uses it. No flashback showing him have it or anything like that. But it is basically confirmed that he did have it in his heyday, as the figure of himself that he holds has that shield. And of course, all of the figures that are coming out for this guy have the shield, so it was definitely in concept art, maybe in a deleted scene, who knows. But overall, him coming with the shield is nice, not super necessary though, as we don't actually see him hold it in the movie, but you never know. We might get a shot of Red Guardian in the future that does have it, so it might be good to have because of that. The helmeted head sculpt, I think, is nice for him to have. If I had to choose, though, I would probably prefer an unhelmeted one. Feel like he went unhelmeted a little bit more than the helmeted. I'm hoping that when this figure is released, he comes with 2 head sculpts. That would be really nice. Even if the expression isn't changed, so they really, can save on sculpting costs, and they just have an unhelmeted version, that would be really nice. Head sculpt-wise, I think it's okay. I don't think it's too great, though, to be honest. And for the fact that he has a helmet on, it should be much easier to do this head sculpt, but it doesn't look fantastic. There's a couple of angles where I see David Harbour, but a couple of angles where I really just do not. So, and I'm not 100% sure what the reason for that is. The beard, I'm glad that it's sculpted, of course, but I'm wondering if the sculpted beard is a little odd on the figure. I'm not sure. To be honest, this is a head sculpt that I'm having trouble getting a hold on what I don't think is right about it, because overall I think that I don't see anything in particular that I can point to. I think that this shot right here is probably the best likeness to him, but again, not a great likeness, at least from these shots. We'll see, though. Maybe in person it looks much better, and maybe they included an unhelmeted head sculpt that looks spot on, so I'm really hoping for that. He comes with a standard base, as you can see, but instead of the Black Widow symbol on the top of it, it has kind of that Russian Soviet Union type of star to match his shield. Overall, I think that the figure does look quite nice. I like the design of the costume itself. It looks good. since he's kind of a bulkier character, I think that the articulation range should be pretty decent. Since the suit isn't super skin tight, there's a bit of fluff in there, so I think that his articulation is probably going to be slightly better than your normal figure in this style of costume. Overall, looking like a really nice figure, though. This is one that I think that I would get. We never know. This could be one of those that they never put on pre-order. I'm certainly hoping that that's not the case, though. But I would like this for my collection. I think that he was a really fun character, and I think that there's potential to see him in other projects. I know David Harbour has been kind of rallying for that over the weekend here, so I think that we'll see him again. So I definitely would like this representation. I think it looks like a really neat figure based on a really fun character. So there you go. That's my thoughts on this new Hot Toys Red Guardian figure. As far as the Black Widow stuff, they did show a new Black Widow, of course, that went on pre-order yesterday, too. Her in her black costume, the new costume for the film. So far we have basically 4 figures from this new movie. I would really like to see them just complete it, because Yelena is a character that was not only great, but like one of the main characters in the movie, probably second only to Black Widow. So I would love a Yelena figure, although I think that if we don't get one for Black Widow, we'll definitely get one of her coming up in her upcoming projects, because there will be a few. So I definitely think that we'll get a figure of her, but I'd love for them to start off early and give us one for Black Widow. And then her mom, although I don't think that character really warrants a figure. She's not in the movie as much as the other ones. She has decent screen time, but not to the level of any of these other characters. However, the reason I think that they should do her is it really just requires a head sculpt. Because whether they choose to do her in the white outfit or the black outfit, they're the exact same outfits that Hot Toys has already produced for Black Widow. And when I say exact same, I mean it's the same outfit. So they could literally just take that figure, replace the head with her, and even keep the accessories the same, basically, and then you'd have a completely new figure. So although character-wise on its own, if they had to sculpt an entirely new figure, I don't think it would be worth it, but based on how little effort it would be to do that character, I think that they totally should. So there you go. That's my final thoughts on not only the Red Guardian figure, but kind of the Black Widow line in general. Let me know what you guys think of it. I will have at least one more video coming out where I'm going to be talking about the King Shark that was shown as well. So thanks so much for watching.